Today, I am going to explain the movie Body Swap and name. Pray. Please support me and subscribe to this channel. Spoilers ahead. At night, a carnivorous shape-shifting alien named Cater lands in the woods of rural England, the vanguard of the invasion force. His mission is to evaluate the suitability of humans as a source of food for his species. Stumbling across Anderson and Sandy, a couple having a tryst in their parked car, he kills both and assumes the appearance of Anderson. The next morning he encounters Jessica and Josephine, a lesbian couple who live in a nearby manor house, although Jessica owns the property, having inherited it from her Canadian parents. The dominant of the pair is Joe, who is unusually possessive of Jessica and deeply suspicious of men. Simon, Jessica's boyfriend, has mysteriously disappeared. The women are vegetarians and live in seclusion with only a few chickens and a pet parrot, Wally, for company. Calling himself Anderson, feigning an injured leg, Cater is taken in by Jessica and Joe. His arrival immediately causes friction between the two. Word of her monotonous existence, Jessica welcomes the stranger's arrival. Joe, however, openly resents his presence and suggests that the socially awkward Anders is an escapee from a psychiatric hospital, which she is herself. Later, having returned to the spot where he killed Anderson and Sandy, Cater kills and partly devours two policemen who are examining the couple's abandoned car. Back at the house, Jessica finds a knife and blood-stained clothes in a spare bedroom. Recognizing the latter assignments, she realizes that he was murdered by Joe. The next morning, Joe is furious to discover that all the chickens have been slaughtered. Blaming a local fox, she lays traps for the animal and goes after it with a rifle, assisted by Jessica and Cater. When the hunt fails, Cater tracks and kills the fox on his own and presents it to Jessica and Joe as a trophy. The trio celebrate with a champagne party for which Joe dresses Cater in drag. A subsequent game of hide and seek brings out more of the hunter in Cater. Later, Joe is disturbed to find the fox carcass tripped there and realizes that the animal was not caught in a trapezium. Jessica angrily rejects her warnings about Anders, interpreting Joe's fear as jealousy and revealing that she knows the truth about Simon. The next morning, Joe arms herself with her knife and stalks Cater as he hunts swans on a nearby river. Her attempt to eliminate him is worded when she's called for by Jessica, who notices her gone. She wakes up. Cater starts to drown when he walks into the river, alerting Jessica with his screams. Jessica and Joe rescue Cater and take him back to the house. While the two women clean themselves up, Cater kills and consumes Wally, Jessica's bird, who he had been eyeing before. Jessica tells Joe that she is no longer willing to be controlled and is leaving with Anders. Outraged, Joe knocks Jessica unconscious and runs into the woods to dig a grave for her. On waking, Jessica seduces Cater. As they start to share hormones, Cater's predatory instincts are stirred, causing him to revert to his natural form and tear open Jessica's throat, killing her. Having returned to the house, Joe attempts to flee, but falls into the open grave just as Cater catches up with her, and she screams as the scene fades to black. Sometime later, Cater leaves the house and calls his mothership on an alien transfer. Hungrily watching two girls walk along the river, he advises his superiors to dispatch more of his kind to the Earth. Thanks for watching.